Personally, I believe that change is good and growth is even better for anybody. So I'm gonna try to give Kamala Harris the benefit of the doubt with this town hall clip, and let's see how far that goes.
And we are back with Vice President Kamala Harris. I want you to meet Rob McPherson. He's the Chief Marketing Officer for a local organization. He's registered Republican from Media, Pennsylvania, who told us he's leaning towards voting for you, but has concerns about what he calls shifts in your policy positions. Rob?
Thank you. Thank you for being here, Vice President Harris. So welcome to Delco.
Thank you.
Here in Delco, we pride ourselves on being authentic.
Yeah.
And much of what we have seen much of what you've been saying with regard to issues like law and order and fracking reflect a more centrist view than what people are used to hearing from Kamala Harris, leaving some voters to wonder about the authenticity of your current, more moderate positions. Can you talk a little bit about how your positions have shifted and why?
Sure, and thank you. So first of all, on fracking, I've been very clear. We kind of dispensed with this in 2020. I am not going to ban fracking. I did not as vice president. In fact, as vice president, I cast the tie-breaking vote that now has opened up more fracking leases. My value on the issue of what we need to do to invest in a clean energy economy and a clean energy future has not changed. But frankly, I now have the experience and perspective of having been vice president for almost 4 years. I've traveled the country.
Now, that's probably one of the best answers I've heard her give since she started running for president. Saying basically, before I was for banning fracking, but maybe that's before I got experience and understanding of the pros and cons of fracking and how it could benefit the American people. With that being said, became the vice president. Like I said, got some experience. And so now my views have changed. People change. I mean, as you grow, you are supposed to learn and understand, get a better understanding of things. And so your opinion should change. Not your opinion should not stay the same just because, I thought like that when I was 20, so now I'm 40. I'm going to keep that opinion. No, your opinion should change based on your experience and knowledge that you gain.
I know that we can invest in a clean energy economy and still not ban fracking and still work toward what we need to do to create more jobs and create US-based jobs in a way that will be globally competitive. On the issue
Should have stopped right there. Should have stopped right there. That was a perfect answer on that there.
of law and order, as you mentioned, I think there's just a whole lot of misinformation, to be honest with you. I have personally prosecuted.
We know. She was about to give that the same answer she always give of the transnational, gangs. But I think she stopped herself and said, wait a minute, don't let me say it again because they keep saying I give that same answer. So let me say something different.
Very serious crime. It's how I started my career. I spent most of my career as a prosecutor, not in Washington, D.C. And as
someone knows about Kamala Harris, we know she has a lot of money. She's worth millions. Her husband is worth millions. Now, we see her on the campaign trail all the time. So she probably never goes home, which is interesting. But you notice she wears the same jewelry everywhere she goes. The same pearl necklaces, the same earrings. Suits change. The pendant stays the same though, but suits change, what have you. Hairdo might change a little bit. That's at the third. Outfits change, I'll say. But she wears the same jewelry, which is not a knock on her, but because I think there's a good conservative view. You ain't got to change all the time. But usually women, when they change outfits, man, they change the earrings, the necklace, the shoes, everything. The rings, they change all that stuff. So for her to have the same, necklace and earrings on for every appearance, hey, that's great being conservative like that. Although people say it is a listening device and it's like, oh, it's a device with a microphone in it or headphones that people are feeding her answers. But anyway, continue.
First priority had and remains as a first priority to me, the safety of the American people. So that has not changed. And sadly, I think that there's a bit of misinformation, if not more than a bit, But I'm glad that you raised the subject so that I can address it.
You-
But just if you don't mind, just
Uh-oh,
let me
sure.
just finish.
Hope she's not finna talk about Donald Trump.
Because I think the spirit of your question is really important, and I'm glad you raised it. Our country deserves to have a president of the United States who is not
That's a
afraid
shot at Donald Trump. Again, she should have. That question was pretty much answered halfway. About what's this 2:20? About 30 seconds ago, but she just could not help herself.
of good ideas and does not stand on pride. If a perspective needs to be informed by different points of view to build consensus and to have a common sense approach, I'm never going to shy away from good ideas. And I'm not going to feel the need to have pride associate with a position that I've taken when the important thing is to build consensus to fix problems. I believe in fixing problems. I love fixing problems. And so I pledge to you to be a
Also
president.
seem to create a problem, you and your president, Joe Biden, when y'all opened up them borders and people just flooded in.
Who not only works for all Americans, but works on getting stuff done. And that means compromise. And it doesn't mean compromising your values or your principles, but it does mean working to get stuff done. And I pledge to you I will do that.
And
Just
that
to be
is
clear,
a great thing. Like I said, I mean, that's a great statement. Compromise is a big thing. I've heard people say that a lot of times, especially like in marriages, women love to say compromise, but seems like the only person that be compromised is always the husband. But that's a whole nother story anyway. Let's keep going.
what he's referring to, and you point out too, when you're running for vice president in 2020, you were not talking about banning fracking, but
No, Anderson, I pledge that I would not ban.
Yeah,
Right, I know.
that's just what he said.
you said you would not ban fracking.
Correct.
You quick to jump in and defend yourself. No, you ain't listening to what the man is saying.
You had said in the 2019 town hall, there's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. In 2017, you talked about Medicare for all. You talked about 2019, you raised a hand in debate about if border crossings should be decriminalized. Are all of those issues, which those are not your positions now, are all those issues that you're saying through consensus and getting stuff done you have evolved on?
The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Leave it at that. Yes, I have evolved on things. I have gained more knowledge on certain topics, certain issues that affect the American people. And the answer is yes, I have evolved and I will continue to evolve. That is a sign of a great leader. Man, that probably got you 2 votes right there. That probably got you. I'm gonna stop being funny. That probably got you a lot more votes just like that. Just should have left it at that. And Anderson Cooper said that he got, like, people came at him because he asked her a question. They're like, "How dare you ask her these questions?" She's about to be the leader of the free world, as they say. She's trying to be. She's supposed to be able to take, when you in a position of leadership, you get the tough answers, you get the tough questions, and you got to come with the answers. That's just what it is.
Let's take, for example, the issue of Medicare. My point has always been that access to healthcare should not just be a privilege of those who can afford it. It should be a right for all people. So that is why I have worked on doing what we have done to, one, allow Medicare to negotiate against the big pharmaceutical companies to bring down the cost
I
of
don't care about Medicare, Medicaid, pharmaceutical price, blah 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 blah. All this roundabout talk. Healthcare in America is terrible. The diet is creating this terrible healthcare in America. The prices are ridiculous. Some things are just, I mean, it should not be astronomical like they are. We got supposed to have one of the greatest countries in the world, but yet we got some of the worst healthcare in the world. How is that possible? And we spend so much on healthcare because we don't do anything to cure or fix anything. The medical system only does things to treat it, but not cure or fix it. That's where the problem is. It needs to be revamped. Just like I said about the police system, The healthcare system needs to be revamped and start over to where you try to to where you try to cure, prevent issues that American people have. A lot of it, like I say, starts with the food. But just want y'all to understand: anyone who has a job, anyone who has like health care with your job, there is a program with your insurance called preventative care. I don't know if that's the exact word that your company may use, but it's preventative care. There are a lot of free things you can do using your insurance for preventative care. Here's the problem with that. The one little small problem. For the example would be going to the dentist. Usually they push all the time, come for a free cleaning. Or even like in the hospital, even with the medical, free health screening. But for the dental part of your insurance, say come in and get a free cleanup, like a preventative care measure. But you go in there and you come out with 5 cavities, you need 3 crowns, 4 fillings, a root canal. You need all this stuff that need to be done when you just go in for a cleaning. And that's why a lot of people don't go to the dentist or don't go to the doctor because like, man, I want to go in for one thing, take care of this and that's it. Yeah, just like getting a car fixed. Man, look, if this is fixed, this is wrong, just fix this part, and that's it. I'll worry about the rest of it later. You ain't got to bring it. I mean, if you want to bring it, it's fine, but that's what the problem is. You go to the dentist for something free, then you come out trying to get a dental care card to where you can get all these procedures done and charge it on a credit card.
Prescription medication. We've achieved that in terms of capping the cost of insulin for seniors at $35 a month, capping the cost of annual prescriptions at $2,000 a year for seniors. But my plan moving forward, based on that very principle that I've always had, is as president to have that cap be for everyone and not just for our seniors. The work that I have done that has been about recognizing the importance of dealing with border security, that has never changed. As I said, I have prosecuted transnational
Yep,
criminal
there it
organizations.
is. Transnational criminal organizations. Man, and the border, again, that's something you and Biden opened up and flooded the American people with anywhere. Well, people saying about 20 million illegal immigrants are in this country right now. If the border crisis was a problem before you guys, why would y'all make it worse?
That I did for years before I ever ran in 2019.
I mean, you did raise your hand saying in a debate when asked if border crossing should be decriminalized, but obviously that is not your position.
I never intended, nor will I ever allow America to have a border that is not secure. I believe we need to
The
deal with
border has not been secure for the last 3 years. That's why criminals, your transatlantic, whatever, national criminals, whatever, have crossed over. And they come over and be like waving at you. Where they say, oh, you don't know who I am? You soon will. And then you come to find out these guys like on a terror group. Come on now. If you don't have enough border troops, then why the heck again would you pass a law to open up the borders and tell people they can come on in, give them phones, tell them to go to certain apps where they can apply to come to the country, all this kind of stuff.
the illegal immigration. There needs to be consequences, which is why part of my plan that I have outlined, and again, please go to KamalaHarris.com. Sorry to throw a website on you, but why not? And you will see that part of my plan includes what we need to do to actually do more as it relates to putting resources in, including increasing penalties for illegal crossing.
And just finally on fracking, you said you're clear you would not ban it as president.
No, I would not ban it as
Right,
president.
I know you're clear on that. Do you think it is bad for the environment, though?
I think that we have proven that we can invest in a clean energy economy. We can mitigate greenhouse gas emissions. We can work on sustaining what we need to do to protect this beautiful earth of ours and not ban fracking.
That's a good answer. I give a clap for that answer there because hey, them earrings are different than the ones she's wearing now, but that necklace look the same though. Yeah, I give a kudos for that answer. That was a pretty good answer, but like I say, she was about to go beard left. And I think Anderson Cooper kind of helped her out with the way he worded some of his rebuttal comments, just so she could speak. So basically, so she could just say yes or no. He was trying to help her out from what I was seeing, but some people thought he was too hard on her. I mean, it is what it is. Call it what it is. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story, man. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you nothing but maybe a couple minutes out of your day, but they mean the world to us here. If you want to support monetarily, you can give super thanks, super chats, or go to the description box below. There are links there you can click on also. Don't forget to go to marlonmorale.com. That's marlonmorale.com. We get 10% off your purchase of all our products in the store. But if you're looking to grow your beard or someone that you love, get their beard growth started, go to the shop button below. We have a sale on our mini beard kits, sandalwood oil, like I said, the best fragrance you can have to help grow your beard. If you got a patchy beard or starting to grow it, sandalwood is clinically proven to stimulate hair follicle growth. So what better way to start than with the best fragrance around, or the best beard product around. With that being said, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.